Hey guys, welcome back to Cursed Crit, episode 5.
Woo! Yeah!
It's sad.
Doing this for a second time!
Party rappers in the house.
Anyway, last we saw our group of adventurers. They were fighting a physical tree. You know, a tree that comes to life. All over a shining sword.
With too much health. Too much.
Too much health. But you guys all survived it. Atlas almost died from it, but you all survived. And once Edrian had gotten the last hit on the tree and it just kind of stopped moving and kind of its branches fell apart, you guys retrieved the sword from under the roots, which seemed to glow with sunlight. And that was given to Joan. Joan was like, no, that's mine now. I love this sword. But during the fight, Sin had also gotten this long spear. It almost looks ancient. Just blood painted here and there across the spear. You know, the norm. And I just really want to say this. Last session, Joan also managed to intimidate the tree.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's been a week and I'm still not over that. However, after the fight, the group regrouped at the wagon and was like, okay, we need to figure out a plan for Irina. We need to get her first, in which Chesker was like, yo, I'll do that for you. And made his way towards Vallaki, leaving everyone else, including Atlas and Cheskar, Van Richten, and Esmeralda just chilling like, okay, so we're gonna head to Vallaki, in which Atlas had perched himself on top of the wagon as usual, and Esmeralda had situated herself at the front of the wagon and began to make her way towards Vallaki as the sun began to fall. And that is where we had last left off, with everyone chilling in the wagon.
Yep.
So.
Cool. We're all pretty much full rested at this point, right?
You will be.
Will be?
Yeah.
We're not all ready.
Not yet.
Damn it.
Don't worry.
Alright. I guess since, we're still kind of on the move, while we're moving, I'm gonna go ahead and just address the party and say, hey, before we go, I think it's necessary that we try and find at least 2 plans for Irina, because I'm not quite sure if we get a plan and it's solid, that's fine, but we're gonna need a backup because things happen all of the time.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any ideas? No one.
No.
Looks to everyone with the most disappointed face and just gets out her book and just starts scribbling down stuff.
Van Richten looks over, looks over your group and just kind of bows his head. And while you're closest to him, you can hear him say under his breath, "This is going to be a nightmare."
Thanks.
Woe just kind of looks over to him and she's like, "Your ever-present optimism is very heartwarming to me, sir."
I'm glad I can be of service to you.
My God.
She just takes a deep breath and just goes right back to the book. And she kind of muttering something down I guess he's not wrong. And then she's like, well, okay. It's obvious that he will only take Irina. He will take no substitutes. Which is not the ideal at all.
Is there anything we could do with the flesh golem?
I don't think he said he wanted that.
I mean, if anyone has polymorph or something, but we don't even know what. I mean, I guess we could do it as. I don't know. I think he has a sixth sense whenever it comes to, because I mean, obviously, this girl Irina is either lying to us, which I don't think she is, or isn't his bride. what was it? Who was it? And she like thumbs through her book, and she's like, Tatiana.
And as you guys are talking, where Elise was kind of sitting in the middle of the floor, she's climbing up onto your lap, Adrian, to just sit there.
Oh. Adrian kind of like pats her head a little bit.
What was so focused she doesn't even see this. She just keeps talking. And she's like, so I don't think that we can cast polymorph on anyone or disguise self or anything. Like, I don't think that there's any conceivable way that we can be like, this is what this is. It would be nice to have brought the bones with us, but I don't think that was it Father Lucian in the temple or chapel?
Guy who didn't kick us out.
Father Lucian.
Father Lucian. I don't think Father Lucian would really like. I don't know. I don't think he would take kindly to stealing the holy bones that keep his church safe.
Yeah.
So, gods, I don't know.
Elise is looking down, and then after a couple more seconds of silence, she chimes in and says, "You could just punch him."
No.
I
Good
wish,
idea.
but
No. And she looks at me, Joan, and goes, "No," and then
That's
she looks
foul.
to
You're foul.
like, no, you can't. He's a big, scary meanie who will kill us.
Then you just gotta hack at him. And as she says "ja," she's taking the
That's
dagger
also
you gave her,
valid.
Woe, and just thrusting forward. And it actually
Whoa! Be careful! There are people here.
It goes like right past you, Adrian. Like almost nicks you, but it goes right past you.
Adrian kind of like flinches a little bit, but like knows she's not like trying to be dangerous. So they're kind of like, whatever. Like this is fine.
Let's not wave the dagger around while there were people that we like here.
Oh, sorry. How about this? And instead of using the dagger, she just holds up her index finger and thrusts it forward.
I love you.
That
That's
will
good.
do. Yes.
Yes.
For now, if you need to use it against a big bad meanie, then you can use the knife. Just not now. And like she like puts her head in her hands, like, pinches the bridge of her nose, like leans on one leg. She just takes it each side, and she's like, "We need to come up with a plan." Like there are no stupid ideas except for punching him. Well, it wasn't a stupid idea. You didn't know, but Joan, no.
Listen.
I don't think that fighting is going to be our solution. Not right now. We've got more things that Madame Ava told us that we need to do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Which Vistani camp are we going to?
I'm guessing you're directing that at Van Richten or just
Anyone in the air.
The only ones in the wagon with you is Van Richten and Elise. And as you say that, Van Richten kind of tilts his head thinking before saying, "I believe there's only one near Valaki."
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
this is
no.
not good for
All
us.
right,
guys.
so Elise and I are going to stay inside the wagon, and you guys, since you are on their good graces, can do whatever you guys want. You're fine. I'm just gonna stay in here with Elise.
I want to go see the people.
I'm supposed to be dead.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for Sin to go out, because, you know, they kind of did see us carrying Sin's dead body. So.
Okay, that's fine. Sin and I can stay in the wagon, because I presume the wagon will be near the camp, right? Like, right? We're gonna like she's starting to get a little nervous.
Van Richten nods and says, "That's the plan, yes."
All right, so while you two go, we can stay, and it'll be fine.
I hope.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I can take care of Joan, so Joan doesn't do stupid shit. I hope.
She she gives a
I
long
will
suffering
find a way.
sigh and slowly looks over to Adrian and goes, please, I'm begging you, do
Adrian-
not get in trouble. Because you guys, for once, are the ones that they like.
Oh yeah.
Joan?
I mean, I
put
am
my
one of
hand
the-
up for a high five.
Adrian returns the high five.
Yes.
Elise doesn't know what's going on, so she holds up her hand for a high five.
Adrian
I
gives
high
her a high five too. I love the sound effects.
Thank
I
you.
love the authentic sound effects.
No problem.
Van Richten speaks up again and he says, "Is there a problem with this Vistani camp?"
There's not a problem with the Vistani camp. It's just I might have gotten a little mad at one of the people who live there because they were mistreating a younger person. And that might have ended up in one of the elders not taking kindly to me. And that also might be the fact that I'm she like gestures to herself, like to her horns and to her tail, like, but I think it's also like a part of the fact that I got mad, so
Van Richten slowly shakes his head and looks out the window of the wagon.
hey, she kind of like tilts her head. She's like, you act like you have everything all put together,
I try.
and yet it took you a very long time to come get to us whenever Elise was in danger, and we called for you initially. So
I was asleep.
just don't act like we're the incompetent ones whenever we're trying our best and don't know much of anything about this place. We haven't been over here pretending to be people that we aren't for years, so.
When you say pretending to be people that you aren't, his gaze
no.
goes
Oh,
from the
shit.
window to Sin and Joan.
and she, you know what, she goes, she's like, pretending who we are. Okay, alright. I'm just saying, try and treat us fairly. We're doing our best. It may not seem like we are to you, but we are. Please. We're in this
believe
together.
you. I believe you, I do.
I'm gonna
He-
fucking kill Van Richten. I'm gonna fucking kill Van Richten.
The way you approach certain situations is questionable.
Thank you.
Alright.
Any other critiques that you have for me or my party?
Take it negatively if that's what you want. But I do want you and your party to improve.
And how do you suppose we do that?
Don't make an enemy of everybody.
Well, we're
not
trying.
We're not
We're
trying to.
very trying. In fact, that guy, and I guess whatever, that one person is the one person I managed to piss off. And if you hadn't noticed, I had lost someone that means a lot to me, so I was a little mad. I was a little upset,
Sin just-
rightfully so.
Then just waves.
Sin voice. Yeah, that happened.
I lost a member of my family to someone who claimed to know something about my actual, well, not my actual family, my blood family. So I wasn't exactly in the best of moods whenever that happened. My apologies. She just goes back to her book. She just stops saying stuff. Goes back to her book, starts writing.
I understand what it's like to lose a member of your family. But you have to try to keep a cool head even in those situations.
She's not answering.
Okay, anyways. And Sin just kind of like rolls her eyes and kind of just like scoots a little like away from Van Richten and just kind of. So I was thinking maybe a fog cloud.
You're scooting away from Van Richten or closer to Van Richten?
Away.
Fair.
Oh, away or closer to? I didn't hear.
Van Richten.
Yeah, that's fair. Is it closer to like whoa and just
Yeah, pretty much.
okay, just so she can hear, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the whole party can hear it, but like,
Yeah. Fog
so
cloud?
yeah. Well, we could. My plan was like, we bring Irina to his castle, I guess, and then I cast fog cloud. We metaphorically kick his ass. I don't know.
No,
That'll be kind of difficult considering what's happened several times.
yeah, we can't kick his ass right now. We can't. We're not strong enough. Fog cloud worked once, but I don't think that fog cloud will work again.
This sucks, man.
Hold on. She goes back to her book and like starts thumbing through it, and she just goes. It keeps on saying, "Evil's bride is the one you seek. That will help us greatly in the battle against darkness." So maybe Irina is supposed in general.
I don't know.
Right?
I mean, yeah, I would think so. Because he's repeatedly called her his bride, and
Yeah.
he's evil. Evil as hell, so...
Maybe ask Irina about it, because we can't just tell her what's happening. Like, we have to tell her what's happening. We can't just be like, oh, hey, by the way, we just decided that you would be a valuable asset to our party. Like, she needs to know. She deserves to know.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think that we need to go to the castle, Sin. I feel like Strahd will just show up.
Gross.
I mean, that's all he's been doing.
I don't want to make my way to the castle. I don't.
Like, he
Because
just shows up randomly.
Yeah. I think that it's on his volition. I don't think it's on our volition. Which, quite frankly, is not the best possible thing. But
Oof. All right.
I don't know. I think I know I put so much emphasis on trying to come up with a plan now, but I think that we need to rest and have our minds clear before anything happens.
Yeah.
Any concrete decisions are made. Maybe sleep on it. We'll see how that goes after.
Maybe when we get to the camp, we could ask Irene about Tatiana, or
I think we did. Did we?
did we?
Because I remember.
Or I think we mentioned it, and she said she didn't know what it was
He didn't
about.
know. Yeah, exactly.
It was back like the first time he tried to take her.
Yeah. Which poor girl, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think it's best that we try and just put our minds together in the morning and just try and get some sleep now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
by the way, guys, good job.
That was awesome.
I'm very proud of all of us.
Yeah, that sucked, but that also was a very good fight.
Oh, and Sin,
Yeah. What's up?
you can't see or hear Kevin anymore, can you?
I hate that.
So just kind of
Kevin.
So just kind of pauses and kind of looks out of the air like, Kevin, buddy.
Give me a second.
I don't want to wait for this. I just want to get an answer now.
I'm sorry. I know.
You can't see or hear Kevin, can you?
Alright. Yeah, no. You're not getting a response.
No for me, or no for Kevin rather.
Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Let's.
You
let's
say
just-
no. You say no to Kevin, which is not correct. It's Kevon, but just a friendly reminder. But when you say that, you just hear.
No. I did not poke this bear. I wanted to know if Kevin was gone.
He may be gone, but I'm still here.
God,
Mother,
no,
motherfucker!
no.
What? Why no? What?
I'm here to help.
No. No.
Sin?
No.
Sin.
What's the matter, Sin?
Oh god.
Will's gonna kind of like teeter-totter her way over and like kind of go on her knee and like sort of like cup Sin's cheek and look at them and be like, Sin, are you okay?
There's like a silence for a second before they kind of like snap back, I guess, like snap into
Snap back to
Snap
reality.
back to reality!
they sort of like, you know, stop dissociating.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there's kind of I'm good. I'm fine.
Her gaze kind of like wavers, like she tries to see if Sin's lying or not, and eventually she just kind of gives up and just nods and stands back up and goes back to where she was sitting.
It is going.
Go ahead.
Is going to like sort of nestle close to the party in general, just kind of like, you know, be near them more closely.
Aw.
Adrian, you feel Elise kind of leaning more against you, and you can just hear her whisper, I think they're having a fight.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Adrian kind of like pats her again on like the head, kind of like to comfort her a little bit if she's like nervous, and just like whispers back and goes, "Yeah, this is kind of normal.
Okay,
It happens a lot."
While they're having that conversation, it kind of reminds Will, and she sort of looks up, and she's like, Van Recton, I have a question for you, actually.
Yes.
What did you end up trying to do initially for Sin in order to get that to go away?
Sin waves again.
You wave like he can see Kermit. Give me a second. I want to make sure I have my spell correct. Yeah. I tried to cast Remove Curse.
Remove curse, right.
I guess it didn't work.
Do you maybe think that something else could work instead of remove curse?
It's a possibility. I don't know what.
I don't know. I mean, you've studied this, right? Like, I don't know. Is there any possible way that I could, like, sort of get a handle on what exactly the Burgomeister was doing?
I'm guessing you're asking me that?
Yeah. Out of character.
Roll a history.
Oh, I should probably get out my character sheet, too. You know, that important thing that I have.
Also, Joan, at this time, if you want, you can, like, hug the sword and attune to it.
Hell yeah, boy.
So you can spend the time attuning to it, and basically, once you attune to it, you can summon the light from the hilt at any point.
Sick.
Just right
You
now.
said history?
I gotta charge my flashlight.
Dude, that's a nat 20!
Oh my
All right.
So that's a 23.
It's all gonna go downhill from here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh god.
Thank you, Will Dice. Mwah.
Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find it in my nifty book.
It's okay. Take your time.
Oh, thanks. So,
Yes, bitch.
nat 20, goddamn. Well, you have a feeling that the abbot was he was keeping up his end of the deal, trying to resurrect Sin, and you just think this might be some kind of
Side effect?
some kind of side effect, yeah, from being resurrected. Like, he wasn't able to completely cleanse Sin's soul from Barovia.
Okay.
Oof.
So there it is. You feel like Losing my train of thought. And knowing this, like, he did have decent intentions, but there's still that 30 part of Sin Soul, and it feels like, where is it? Something like a greater restoration spell, for instance, could
Okay.
clear this resurrection madness.
Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and just be like, okay, so from what I've been thinking about, I don't think I partially think the abbot, was it the abbot or the burgomaster?
It
Abbott.
was the abbot.
The abbot, right. The abbot was completely able to the abbot was able to resurrect Sin, but not through, I guess, clean means, by more malicious means. That is to say, I don't think that Sin's soul is completely clean of Barovia. Maybe something along the lines of a greater restoration might help, just to get that extra bit off.
Van Richten it seems like he's digging through his jacket. Just, I don't think I have anything like that. Nothing that strong.
What do you have?
Well, other than my spells, I have a scroll of raised dead, but I'm afraid that's...
Her face falls, and she goes, "You have a what?"
a spell scroll of raised dead, but I'm afraid it's too late for that.
Oh
She just
my
deadpans and looks to the
God.
party, and she goes, "Did you hear that, guys? He has a scroll of raised dead."
Adrian just like puts their face on their hands and they groan like as loud and as long as possible.
Elise mimics you.
What was finally like, "All right, I'm going to bed." And she just like puts everything up and starts making a small bed inside the very cramped wagon.
Are the rest of you gonna decide to go to sleep too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Joan, you're up the longest. Like, everyone else is falling asleep around you, and then you're sitting there with your bright sword like, yes.
Yeah.
But once you finally attune to it, like, the light beams up from the hilt before fading back down. And after that, then you're good to rest.
Yay.
Guys managed to... Guys managed to sleep peacefully through the night. Everyone roll a
Motherfucker.
yeah, a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Ooh, that's a really good.
I got an 8.
I got a 20. I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Hell
We all
yeah.
rolled good except for I got a 19.
Okay.
Let's see.
So, whoa, you're still stressed. You're not budging at all. But,
I'm out. I'm like a fucking light.
oh, I guess I should roll for Elise and Van Richten. Okay. Van Richten is waking up, but Elise is out like a light too. So the rest of you end up waking to this wagon basically shaking as it's crossing over what feels like large rocks and gravel of some sort. And Van Richten is waking up and just looking out of the window, but not saying anything as to... He's thinking all of you are still asleep, so he's like, I'll let them rest.
I don't trust like that. Is Elise sleeping right next to me?
She's like sprawled out over your and Joan's laps.
Okay.
Aw.
Can I sit up and not like disturb her like that bad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna turn to Van Richten. I'm gonna go, what the fuck?
I know this path. We're nearing the camp.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
And now as you guys are starting to wake up more, you can see light starting to pour through the windows of the wagon. And Joan, with your nat 20, like, if you just like peer out the window, you can also see another wagon just parked in what seems to be this empty quote unquote stockyard. Like, brightly colored.
Another one.
And just sitting
I
there.
see. A stockyard. Precisely the kind of thing that we need right now.
What is a stockyard exactly? I don't know what that is.
A stockyard is basically like behind warehouses. Usually they have all these different small sheds where they just stock things.
Oh
and
yeah.
shove
Yeah,
unnecessary
Gotcha.
stuff in.
Cool.
Yeah. So nothing fancy, but
I don't trust like that.
Me either. Me either.
Yeah.
you can keep it to yourself if you want, or tell the party that's awake, or wake up the rest of the party, aka Woe and Elise. But that's up to you.
I don't think it's that important to point out.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Hopefully.
regret that.
Alright. And are all of you gonna be quiet and let Woe rest? You wanna talk among yourselves?
Yeah. I mean, Edrin's probably gonna stay quiet, like probably lay back down and probably not fall asleep, but just kind of like, hey, Elise is still sleeping, like a little bit, so I'm just gonna let her sleep.
Can I? Is like a tuning a thing you do after you use the sword, or can I attune with it more since I'm awake?
You only need to attune with it once. So now that you
Okay.
are, you can use it at any point.
Sick.
Then
Chilling.
just chilling. Okay. So eventually, those of you that are awake can feel the wagon come to a halt. And it's a big jerk. It feels like a giant jerk forward, so everyone make dexterity saving throws.
God.
Whoa, you have disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I know.
I
That is a
I got
15.
Oh my god, it's a crit one.
It's an 8.
I could have gotten a nat 20 if I had advantage on it, but I got
Okay,
I
I
got
rolled
an
a
18.
disadvantage and I rolled 2 ones in a fucking row. This dice is now dead to me. So, goodbye.
Okay. So Sin and Woe, you both, like, everyone else manages to keep their balance. But Sin, you actually kind of lurch forward at this sudden stop. And while your sleeping body just flies forward, and you just I have this power. You just kind of hit Sin, which probably jerks you awake.
Look at that anime shit.
Am I awake at this point? Please
Yeah. You guys probably like butt
I
heads.
think you're like awake.
we butt heads,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, ah!
Adrian's laughing at them the entire time.
Yeah, so is Joan.
When they see like Woe lurch forward, they just immediately start losing their fucking mind.
Elise starts waking up, and when she sees this, she's pointing over like Woe and Sin and just, Mama and Papa!
Oh!
That's head as fuck.
Oh my god!
So just kind of like stares at Elise and just starts laughing. Like, not at her, but just like They
Look
start
at what
laughing with
she
like
said.
Edwin and Joan, yeah.
Woe is not laughing at all. She's going to get up, she's going to dust herself, she's going to go back to where she was and just say nothing.
Yikes.
Van Richten is smiling and like leaning over to you, Woe, and just, good morning.
Woe is going to put on a small smile. It's very forced. It's like her eyes kind of twitching. Over to Richten and just say, "Good morning, Richten. I trust you slept well."
I slept just fine. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. Are we here?
We are.
The tension in this wagon is overwhelming.
She's just like she's like forcing the smile so much at this point. She's just like smiling, and you can see her fingers, and she's like, "Good. I'm so glad."
And as everyone's kind of laughing, you can hear Atlas up top just kind of screech. And it doesn't sound like he's up top anymore, actually. It sounds like he's in front of the wagon, like he might have just flung forward too.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no, Atlas!
Atlas, no.
And
Sin.
Esmeralda's coming over to the wagon and opening the door. And gesturing like, you're all welcome to come out now.
She's gonna smile at us and be like, "Excellent landing."
Atlas is like, you know those cartoons where someone goes flying and it's like head first? And
Yes.
normally the butt's above the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Atlas looks right now.
Oh.
Just kind of spitting out dirt.
Sin just like immediately like bolts out and just kind of like goes and helps Atlas.
I think Adrian kind of goes out and is just like, nice landing, Atlas.
As you guys are saying, like, nice landing, and Sin's helping him up, Atlas, it almost sounds like he's mocking you. Like, and just shaking out his feathers and fur. And Elise is, like, stumbling out and running over to Atlas to hug his back leg.
Aw. I love Elise so much.
There's just a muffled, Wolfie!
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, and as you...
Woe is gonna stay inside the wagon.
For those of you that are stepping out, you do recognize this scenery. There's less passed out people on the ground.
Well,
However,
that's good.
however, the tents are still up. There's still that upward hill, as well as the circle of houses at the bottom of the hill. So, and Joan, in the distance at the top of the hill, you can see that the horse pit is still up there. All the horses are
Hell yeah.
still there.
Joan voice.
My boys.
My best friends, the horses.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, we're supposed to meet Irina here, right?
Mhm.
So I guess, like, Adrian's just gonna go look for her.
Is everyone except for me out?
I believe so.
I think so.
Okay, fuck it, fine. She's gonna put the robe of stars like on her, like over her face.
And you guys are at the bottom of the hill right now. Like with the circle of 7 houses. So, at the top you can hear loud noises that you can assume are like shouting or something. Probably from the Vistani.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Alright, so I assume, like, she's probably in the main area? Like, because I don't think like, probably with the other people.
Can we hear the shout, like what the shouts sound like, if they're malicious or like
It sounds
what
like they're
the shouts
partying.
are? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
normal
what
Vistani things.
Vistani do.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
enjoying themselves.
Can't relate. Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll go check that out, see if I can spot Irina there.
Yeah,
I'll
going.
come with.
Sit
Yeah.
in,
I'll come. I'm definitely coming with. I don't trust Joan.
Wow. Okay.
I'm here!
and then Sin.
Sin is gonna they're gonna like give Atlas like a pat and like sort of like groom with like the hand and like sort out any feathers and like just like leave to go follow.
As you leave, there's like a distressed "Meow," as he's like shaking his back leg, trying to get a leash off.
Oh no.
And Sin just kind of turns around and just kind of, "What's up, buddy? Elise,
Yeah,
you okay there?"
I love Fluffy.
Me too, thanks.
So just kind of laughs and just kind of, "Me too." But why don't you stay with the others for a second, and Fluffy can come with us and
Do his own
you
thing!
know. Yeah, make sure we're safe.
Can I come with?
There are some things that you shouldn't do.
Okay. Yeah. Will's gonna kind of like, as she's sort of walking, be like, "Sin, are you coming or are you staying?
Give me like 2 minutes.
We don't have any time. Are you coming or are you staying?"
And Sin just kind of like Sin like hugs Atlas before kind of patting Elise and just kind of gesturing back to the wagon. Just stay here, okay? Stay where we can find you.
Boy, it sounds like fun.
The
At this
not that
point,
fun.
what was like stopped and just turns around and walks over to Sin and Elise, and she just goes, "Elise, please stay in the wagon. Atlas, please stay with Elise. Sin, stay or go. We need to have a decision."
And Sin just kind of like looks apologetically at Atlas before kind of like turning around and gesturing back to the top of the hill.
As you guys start to walk away, you can hear like a squeal of joy from Elise, and then
Oh,
and then a squawk from Atlas. And
Deal with it, Atlas.
if you glance back, like you can see she's hanging off a wing now. Like he doesn't seem amused by it, but she's having fun.
And that's what matters.
And as you guys reach the top of the hill, there doesn't seem to be as many horses as last time. Joan, you would know this since you spent last time with the horses.
Mhm.
But it sounds like all the partying is coming from inside the tent. And if you look around, you can see Irina standing just outside the tent.
There she is.
Okay. Can we all see it, or is it just something that Ed?
All of you can see it.
Okay. Then, in that case, I'm gonna sort of whistle over to Irina, like more like a come over here, but like she doesn't want to use her voice, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And she'll turn her attention to you and make her way over.
She'll wave.
And
Hi.
she points
Oh,
to
goodness.
Sin.
Yeah,
She just nods.
yeah.
like porns to themselves, like me.
A lot happened.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
On that subject, do you happen to know anyone, or can you use Greater Restoration, maybe?
They're alive.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking about the Greater Restoration.
No, I can't. But they're alive. How are they alive?
Yeah, okay. Long story. My fault. Well, I'll talk about that later.
Not your fault.
We
Still.
need you desperately.
Yes.
So there might have been a little slight miscalculation. And how do I say this? How do you propose we um mm, how do you suppose we get past Strahd in a way that effectively makes him think that you are you, but you're not you. So he thinks he's taking you, and it's not.
I
And she
don't
kind of smiles after like I've got nothing.
see. Now she looks stressed, and she says, "I don't think there's a way to do that."
Okay. Back up.
We
Question.
fucked up.
How do you think maybe we can do something similar to the effect of that? Were you out completely cold whenever Strahd was basically caressing you and calling you his bride?
She was charmed, I think.
I know, but I wanted to make sure that she was completely out.
She like turns up her nose at that and says, "I'm aware of that."
So were you coherent at that? Like you weren't completely charmed. Like you had some semblance.
I was charmed completely. I just remember what happened. I wish I didn't.
Don't we all?
Is there any possible way to avert a charm? I don't know. I don't know.
Why are you asking?
That's the problem. See, we're in deep shit.
Very deep shit.
That's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of an understatement. We're in deep.
You know, guys,
Deep
just
shit,
shut.
deep
No, hey,
shit.
Adrian, talking.
I wasn't
But
even
it's fine.
talking
No,
over
no.
you.
But but no. But it's fine. It's fine. We will come up with an idea, and we will. She like kind of gives a side eye to. Stop it. We. I.
We are in the cahoots, man.
I will. We need your help.
I gathered that much.
Do you want to get revenge on Strahd?
It depends.
For basically ruining your privacy and leading you into a life that you shouldn't live. Do you want to get revenge on Strahd? It's not. I'm not gonna sacrifice you to him. I want you to help us.
Well, of course I do.
Stay with us then. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think that's our best bet. I mean, Madam Ava said that you would help us greatly, and I do believe that. So,
What's your plan against Strahd?
that's the problem. Don't have it yet. But we will find something. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I have a list of things that we need to, I guess, effectively complete or do in order to be completely strong against Strahd. And we've got the holy symbol. We've got the sword. We've got the one who will help us greatly in the battle against darkness. All we need is the bones. Wherever the bones are, and we're fine.
The bones?
Yeah, it says, hold on, she like just thumbs through her book again, says, I see walls of bones, a chandelier of bones, all that remains of enemies forgotten. A graveyard, maybe?
It's possible.
Walls of bones, chandeliers of bones, all that remains of enemies forgotten. Wait. I don't know. Because I'm thinking the bones were blessed. But there's no way that we're going to be able to get into Kresik again. By the way, Irina, is there an active search for any of us? Besides me?
There are still wanted signs up.
Okay.
Is it of just Woe?
Currently,
Good.
Oh, girl.
It's fine.
Okay, so that answers the stuff that we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
earlier.
I do think that you are still basically guilty by association, so I don't think that going into Kresik again is the best idea. I think that we try and figure out what's happening with the abbot. I shouldn't have specified which bride, because I could have just brought the golem.
I think he knew about it. So he's like, I don't know. This shit is wild.
We'll come up with something. I do have confidence in that, and I have confidence in us. We just need to put our heads together and come up with a solution.
I do have faith in your group.
That's a
Thank
first?
you.
Okay, thank you. She says it out loud.
That's comforting.
Is that her or is that you?
That's just me.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so I suppose we just keep going. We have 2 new additions to the party. One is a griffin, and she puts this pained smile, and a small girl. So there's that.
How did you get a griffin and a small girl?
Irina,
Also a long story.
Irina,
Yes?
please consider who you're talking to.
It happens. You know, sometimes you get a griffin and you get a small girl. You know?
She has this look
Well-
of understanding as she's looking over you guys.
She just kind of nods, and she's like, the griffin stayed here out of spite, and the girl doesn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
She has her family is deceased, so deceased and used for a flesh golem to use as Strahd's bride. It's a whole lot. I hope you've been doing well though. How have you been doing?
Wow! I've been staying at the church.
How's Father Lucian? How's he?
He's doing well.
That's good. Are you sure you don't know anyone that can greater restore something, or you can't do that in general at all?
I'm afraid I can't do that, no.
Okay. That's fair. Rickton? Is he here?
He's back at the wagon.
Fuck, never mind
Well.
then. Is Ez there?
Ez is she's halfway between you and the wagon. Basically to keep an eye on both parties.
If I yell
Sure.
for Ez's name, can she come and don't make me roll?
Yeah.
Don't make me roll.
No, I was rolling.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call for Ez.
And you can see her kind of look back and forth before making her way over to you.
I just have a quick question. Do you happen to know if, besides in Kresik, there are any other, chapels or anything?
Are you asking this to Irina or
chapel,
Esmeralda?
yes, churches or whatever they're called in fantasy times. I don't know. Both, I guess.
Esmeralda says, she shakes her head and says, I don't enter Kresik that often.
I said other than in Kresik. Other than in Kresik. I don't want to go back to Kresik at all.
I still usually travel alongside the Vistani. And Irina says, there is still the church in Barovia, the village of Barovia.
But we'd have to go through Kresik to go there, right?
We might be able to go around it.
I don't know. We've got kind of a timestamp on this.
Yeah. timestamp that is quickly running out.
Adrian? Adrian.
Yes?
As Irina's looking down to think, like, she stops to look at your new wardrobe woe, and she points out the 5 new stars that have showed up on the robe,
Mm-hmm.
and says, where did you get that?
The Vistani. I needed a change in a wardrobe, seeing as my current ones brand me as a criminal. So I decided to get something with a hood, and this was it.
Well, it looks nice.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So, when is our time up?
DM,
Hey,
how many days have passed? Is it 2?
This is
So do
the
we have one
final
more day?
day.
Hey, why don't you? Hey,
Oh.
whoa! Why don't you tell her, huh?
Dawn of the final day.
I was going to. The end of today is our timestamp.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Okay.
This
Eh.
is a bad idea.
And she's like reaching up to clutch her hair, and Joan, you hear, not too far away, like you hear the laughter of a child. And if you look over, you can see Arabelle and Piddlewick playing.
You're retro.
Hey, I have a quick question.
My
Toki,
entire stomach dropped.
Toki, how tall is Sin?
6'2".
Oh my god!
I-
Okay, Adrian's gonna
Joan
kind of like.
whips-
Okay, no, wait, hold on. Okay,
Is
so
it only
Adrian.
Joan who sees that?
Joan sees it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so
I
so
look
we don't
around.
see shit. It's just Joan.
I mean, you guys can roll a perception check if you want.
I would love to.
doing that.
Sin.
Yeah. What's up?
You
16.
need to go. You need to go.
I got a 16 too.
I got. Let me add my mod real quick. I got a 13.
Yeah, Joan is the only one that sees it.
Motherfucker.
Sin, you need to go.
What am I doing? Where am I
You
going?
need-
Why?
Back to the little carriage thing.
Why? Joan, what's going on?
Our little friend is coming.
Oh.
Okay. Adrian's gonna
Go.
like
You need to go.
push Sin like as far as possible without
Just
making
go.
them trip, and they're just like, go.
Roll a
Just hurry.
stealth.
Run, bitch.
Just roll a stealth for me.
Just fucking bolt.
Hold on, wait. No, I'm not gonna waste that. Never mind. Continue.
Sin, roll me a stealth.
Oh, no!
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I can't do it.
I pray for you.
Okay.
Oh my
Three.
Nat 20!
You managed to book it out of there unseen.
Incredible.
After that was just kind of like.
And almost like immediately after Sin runs away, Piddlewick seems to waddle over.
Oh god.
Shit.
And Arabelle looks disappointed because he's over at you guys, but she's walking over and taking his little hand in hers. And Joan,
Yes.
Joan, he seems to be looking at you.
Oh,
dear.
that's gross.
One fear.
Grody.
He waves.
Well, since we have everything, I think that. Let's go.
Are you sure we have everything?
No, we definitely have everything. Let's go.
Arabelle is squinting a bit. And she's gonna speak up as you're like trying to frantically get people away, and say, "What are you doing back here?"
We were just meeting an old friend. It's nice to see you again. We're in a pretty big time crunch. Let's go.
You're gonna get in serious trouble.
What? Why?
She crosses her arms and says, "You made Papa and Uncle really mad."
Ah! Yeah, let's go. Let's
And
go.
as you're walking away, you can see her running into the tent, and Piddlewick is
Uh-oh.
Piddlewick is watching you guys.
We gotta go. Let's go, guys. Can I go on? Can I jump on Atlas's back and just say go?
Elise is still hanging from. No, at this point, Elise is like hanging from the feathers on his neck, and it looks like he's just accepted it at this point.
She's gonna be like, please don't fly, but go. And then she's gonna like take up Elise and like put her in front of her, so she's like got a good hold on front of her and like go. Don't ask any questions, just go.
Are we like bad by association? Like
I don't think you are. I think it's just me, so that's why I'm
yeah, okay. Cause I was like, I don't think he's mad at like everyone else except for Woe.
Atlas looks over his shoulder at you, Woe, and just looks confused.
Go
And
away from the tent.
As you instruct go, like, seems to let out a startled cry before just flying upward.
Oh no!
In fact, she kind of like lets out a like a small yell, and she's like, "Wait, no, okay." Like she just closes her eyes and like grabs Elise like right in front of her and just like sort of holds on, and she's sort of muttering like, just far enough away, just keep going, just keep going.
As you yell, it's also blended with Elise's wee.
There's so much. Oh my god. Yeah, Edward's kind of like playing it cool as if Will wasn't there. They're like, so hey guys, how you doing? Today's been a good day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Piddlewick is walking back up and like looking around.
Fucking hate you, Arabelle.
Sin, are you like hidden in the wagon?
Oh, fuck.
Oh
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as like Piddlewick is looking around, he is going over to the wagon.
Oh god, no. Oh
Citizens holding
god.
their breath.
And he's walking over to the door and like picking up his small body to like climb up onto a step and then climb up to the door.
Close the door.
But as he's like getting up, then you see Van Richten just look at him and take the end of his cane and push his head so he just falls off.
Yeah, Van Richten!
And Piddlewick just lands on his back on the grass, staring upward.
Van Richten! Go, Van Richten!
And actually,
Dying servant leave.
okay. Wow, okay. And give me a second. Let me roll for this.
Oh, no.
Oh god.
Oh,
Shit.
What's the AC?
oh god, no. I don't trust like that.
So,
No!
as Piddlewick is like falling onto his back, just staring upward, he does catch sight of Atlas.
No!
Oh,
no!
And
Oh, we're in the sky and going away at this point, right?
yeah. And his jaw basically drops.
No.
Joan, you recognize this as him being prepared to shoot a dart. Except
No.
Can I like go over like kick him like a soccer ball? Just like turn off his aim.
Please! Please! Please!
Joan. Make a dex check.
Okay.
I'll roll
Oh,
against
Joan.
it.
Oh, I'm holding out for you, buddy. Please.
Please.
What
Do
is
us
my
out
damage?
there.
This is gonna be the one time. Yep, I got it.
Please, Piddlewick, roll
Please
worse than
go
a
a
7.
really, really
Please.
bad roll.
I'm praying.
All right, Joan, you swing your leg to kick him like a football, and
It's like Charlie Brown.
you kick his head, and it just kind of does like a couple 360s
Oh
before
no.
It's
straightening
gonna shoot
out,
me in the dick.
before straightening out and shooting a dart upward.
Oh
fuck.
shit.
Does
Except,
the Sin see all of this?
if you look out the window, you can see it.
Sin voice, what the fuck?
But yeah, the dart goes up, but it doesn't seem to come down.
Oh,
Ah,
no. Where does it
shit.
go? Where does it go? Where does it go?
And then
Please miss. Please miss.
and then
Atlas.
Piddlewick just turns his gaze to you, Joan.
Fuck is up.
But does it hit? But does it hit?
Hey, Joan,
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
make another dex check.
All
Oh
right.
my
Hey,
god!
can I go over there? Can I go
That's-
over there now?
That's a 14.
Pick him up and throw him out.
So you manage to step to the side as the dart comes, landing
Oh.
back into the grass,
God.
where it would have hit you like on the top of the head.
Oh, thank God.
What's up? What's up?
And Piddlewick just waves.
Yeah.
Like Adrian walks
Claps
over and just goes, "What the fuck?"
It
Pid-
happened. It happened.
Piddlewick looks to you now, Adrian, and where his jaw had closed, it opens again.
Oh my god. Okay. Dex save, right?
He's not firing yet.
Okay.
Just run.
Adrian's not running.
Sin,
They're
you see
staring
your party.
straight-
Sin, you see your party being terrorized by this small construct boy.
Can I wait? What's my intimidation? Can I try to intimidate Fiddlewick?
Oh my God.
What do you want to say to it?
Do I have to RP this? Do you want me to RP this intimidation?
I'm
Do
curious
it.
what you want to do. Yeah.
Do it, coward.
Okay, so Adrian walks over. They see his jaw like go back open again, and they're gonna squat. Like they're gonna squat down so they're his height, and they're gonna stare at him straight in the fucking eyes.
The dead, soulless beams of an eye.
And they're just gonna glare at him, just kind of like stare him straight in the eye and like look very angry.
Is that all you're doing?
Yeah. Okay, do you want me to roll it now?
Not even a small, just fuck.
Yeah, they're like they don't show any emotion in the face. They're just glaring at him.
So
Oh, Adrian. Oh, Adrian. Oh, Adrian.
Adrian voice.
as you do
"Shut
that,
the fuck up.
you can see like he's got these red eyes, and he just stares at
Ugh.
you. And buddy, make a con saving throw.
Oh, no.
God.
He is shooting you with a dart.
All
This is a
right.
disaster.
I mean, I'm looking at him straight in the face, so yeah, con save's
He
probably
cannot
good.
be scared.
Ooh,
Oh,
fuck, that is a nat one.
Oh, you're doomed.
Adrian voice. I want to intimidate him. Adrian gets shot right in the fucking forehead.
So you kneel down and you're glaring intensely at this construct boy, and you think you got it. And then you got a dart sticking right out from between your eyes and just collapse
Oof.
forward.
Oof.
Jonas
how,
said,
how,
Jonas
how
said you
heavy
can see him.
is how heavy is Piddlewick?
Are you gonna throw him? We're
Never
all
stop.
trying to intimidate this
I'm
motherfucker.
asking for a friend.
He's
Oh,
light.
I shouldn't have gone away. I shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
More
have.
than 10 pounds.
You
Uh,
leave all the disaster people here to deal with Piddlewick,
Uh,
and
I,
they're all fucking dead.
I'm alive. How dare you?
No, he's not more than 10 pounds.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand,
Oh my god.
Yes.
and I'm gonna use the hand to like pick him up and like just like fucking throw him.
Are you throwing him back at the Vistani camp?
Like just as far away as possible.
So you do that and you just see him go flying and he waves as he's flying away.
I wave back.
And Irina is with you guys. So you're going through all this and she's got her head in her hands.
Hey, Irina, remember whenever you said you trust this group? I can't say that because I'm currently facing my biggest fear on a big thing that could die any second. With a small child.
Speaking of, Woe, as you're up
Oh,
in the
no.
air, not Arabelle, Elise is like clapping and smiling and laughing as you guys have like you've reached like an altitude where you're just kind of soaring instead of just flying. And Elise is like patting the back of Atlas's neck, like, can you do tricks? I want to do tricks.
No tricks. Atlas, I think that we're far enough. You can go ahead and land now.
When you say land, he dive bombs.
Oh
Oh,
no!
God. I didn't mean like that.
And Elise is like raising her hands up like you do on a roller coaster and just
I tighten even tighter because I imagine that I'm leaning forward and then Elise like should be holding on to the griffin but isn't.
yeah.
So I'm also like sort of huddled over her and also holding on to her.
So yeah, as you guys start to dive bomb, you can feel her lift up from the griffin.
Oh my god!
No, I'm gonna try and keep her down.
Like that's not good.
Roll a strength.
No!
Oh, no! Don't
Okay.
make her fly off the griffin, Syra.
Roll a strength. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Okay, 19.
Yeah, you managed to keep her there just fine.
Oh, thank God.
I'm having an emotional roller coaster.
That would have been fucking funny if she just whee right away.
She would have been okay with it too.
She was like, "Wee, this is so much fun."
We do another trick.
Team
I
Rocket's
hate us.
blasting off again.
It's a little girl. Oh. But yeah, you managed to land with a thud, basically, and you're like, whoa. Elise is pretty loose, so she's just kind of like all over the place when you land, but considering how tense you are, as soon as you land, you're basically lunging forward and hitting the back of Atlas's head.
Oof.
I'm crying, like softly, for a couple of. So it's like a soft. Right. All right. Thank you. And like she kind of gets off and like pats Atlas and sort of starts to scratch him and just says thank you. Like there are tears like still kind of building up at the corner of her eyes, but she's looking completely business.
When you look around,
Oh no.
you can see that Atlas had taken you to the town square.
Oh no!
Of what, Syra?
Of Valaki.
I'm gonna get back
Oh,
on and be like, please fly away again.
And Elise is like hopping off and just
No. I'm gonna try and grab her back on that. Go. Oh no! No!
Syra, I hate you.
This is the worst day of my life.
make a dex check.
Oh no! Oh my god, my entire body is tense. Fuck. I gotta use a good dice. Okay, you said Dex?
Yep,
Just a check.
Okay.
please.
That's an 8.
So,
No!
you reach for the little girl, but she seems to be taking off in the direction of the toy shop.
No!
Oh!
Blinksies?
Yeah,
Blinksies?
Blinksies. And she's got like grabby hands in front of her like, ooh, toys! I want a toy!
I'm gonna put that hood up immediately and like put it all like over my body and stuff and like kind of change my voice and be like, Elise, please, and like run after her.
I gotta get a toy, Mama.
No.
Oh.
Okay, here. I promise you, I will get you a toy, but it can't be here, okay?
Why not?
Mama's in deep shit here. Let's go.
Ooh,
She's gonna grab.
bad
She's.
word.
I know I said a bad word. She's gonna kind of like pick her up, hold her by her side, and just like sort of walk through and get back on, and urge the griffin to go really quickly, please.
As you pick up Elise,
Oh no.
oh,
No.
No.
Please.
she is going to bite you.
Oh,
1 point of damage.
Please.
I don't care if I get bitten. I'm running to where the griffin is.
And so you're climbing back up onto Atlas.
Yeah, and I am urging Atlas to go as fast as Atlas can.
It sounds like Atlas is laughing at this scene,
Oh my god.
Atlas, go!
but he's taking off immediately and flying upward again. And as he's flying upward,
No, oh god, no. Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
as he's flying upward,
I'm gonna start crying, Syra.
you can see you just flew up from the town square, and underneath you can see Izek and a couple guards beginning to patrol that area.
But they don't see
I-
me, right?
I hate him.
Or as
I
you know.
hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him with
No,
my
I hate him, but I hate Syra the
Yeah, honestly, mood.
No, I'm gonna go far away and I'm gonna be like, please go the opposite way of here, towards where the camp is, but further away from this place and also the camp.
Elise is pouting.
Elise, I'm sorry. I would have gotten killed if I stayed there.
But I want a toy.
I would have gone with your mother and father.
And-
Ooh.
She stops talking after that.
No!
And actually
What the
sniffles a
fuck?
bit.
She's like shaking really badly.
I'm depressed, guys. Alright, so
Speaking
Adrian's
of
still
depression.
passed out, right?
Yeah.
You said, wait, did you say from
Can
the
I-
conception? Is that what you said?
Speaking of depression,
Oh, okay.
Adrian, as you're passed out,
Oh god, no. Syra, please!
Can I slap Adrian to wake him up?
yeah, roll a strength check.
Wait, no, I wanna hear what's gonna happen!
I'm gonna
You
start
can
crying.
hear what happens and then I'll wake you up. Go
If
on
you wanna
information.
if you want to roll a premature strength check, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Oh, everything's gone to fucking shit.
Adrian voice, haha, you couldn't slap me, but I could slap you.
Guy.
Oh my god,
So-
guys, I'm about to fucking pass out.
Me too.
Oh my god.
Adrian, you are passed out, and when you quote unquote awaken, you are in what seems to be a dining hall.
Oh god.
Oh.
And
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
You motherfucker!
And upon further, I guess, investigation of it, there appears to be like this large organ piano on one end of it. And
Oh,
the table's long. There's this red
I'm gonna fucking
covering to it. And then like walls made of cobblestone kind of thing. And you actually see your sister.
Adrian immediately turns around and says, "Can I please leave? Like right now?"
Can you please leave?
And your sister is dressed in like royal garb, it appears to be.
Ugh. Adrian is like, Yeah, I don't like that.
She doesn't seem to acknowledge it, but instead she says, "Were you looking for something in here?"
Do I do I remember that I got passed out? Like I got shot by the dart here.
No.
Adrian like shrugs their shoulders. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Be like, I'm here now. I don't want to be, but I'm here now.
You know
Can I
Uncle is
try
going to be
slapping him
mad.
You know,
Uncle, Uncle who?
we had an uncle.
She
I
nods.
I am fully prepared to throw my microphone on away.
Fucking throw up.
I'm seriously I'm this
think,
close
I
to
think
go.
I know what the answer's gonna be, and I really don't want it to be that. Edgar's like, Uncle?
Our uncle, yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Who?
throw it all away, Syra.
Hello?
Finish the fucking thought, Syra.
Adrian, are you feeling okay?
You know, seeing you here, not really. I don't know who our uncle is, Ellery. You know,
Joan, do you want to make another strength check to try to slap Adrian?
Yep.
Okay.
Slappy,
Go ahead.
slappy. That's an 18.
Alright.
Wait the fuck
I'm
up.
not gonna know who my fucking uncle is.
Wake the fuck up.
So, Adrian, you hear her say, "That's pretty rude, don't you think?"
I'm not meaning it in a rude way. Like, I legit, like, don't remember us having an uncle. Like, can you at least tell me his name again? Like,
As you say that, you can see her open her mouth,
Oh,
and then Joan is slapping you awake.
ooh, Adrian wakes up and they blink and they immediately, like, glare at Joan.
you did the same fucking thing to me, man.
No, they're not saying anything. They're just glaring at her.
Yeah.
Hey, Syra, I fucking hate you. Adrian kind of just gets up. They dust themselves off. Is the dart still in my, like, still stuck in my face?
Yeah.
Adrian fucking rips that shit out of their head.
Holy shit.
And then they dust off their clothes. And then they go into the wagon. They close the door. And everyone around the wagon can hear them screaming at the top of their fucking lungs.
Including Sin, who is in the wagon.
Yeah, well, Adrian doesn't know that. That's the thing. Like, they don't know, like, where Sid is, but, like, they're gripping their hair, kind of. Like, at least what Sin can see. Like, the others don't see this, but, like, Sin could probably just see them kind of, like, gripping their hair, like, really hard, and they're just yelling.
Adrian? Adrian!
You might want to help
saw-
your friend.
Oh, what happened?
I saw my fucking sister. I saw them from the and they kind of like stop gripping their hair so hard, and they like, I don't think they kind of like hit their head against like one of the walls of the wagon. Not like extremely hard, but kind of like in an irritated way.
Pig
And then
mood.
And then they kind of like, they're like, they keep leaning their head against the wall, and they're like, she was telling me that we had an uncle, but she didn't fucking say who it was, and Joan woke me up right before she said who it was.
Adrian, I'm sorry.
I mean, I have a vague idea who that uncle might be, but I wanted to hear those fucking words come out of her mouth, so there was some way I could believe it.
Sin just kind of like crosses over and like wraps an arm around them and just kind of rocks both of them like sort of back and forth.
Van Richten is keeping his distance.
Who do you think is your uncle?
Adrian shakes their head. Adrian just shakes their head. That's all they do.
Adrian?
Fucking vomit.
Who do you think is your uncle?
Are you sure you want to be pressing questions to them? They don't seem like they're in a good state. And
Kermit.
that's Kermit speaking up, like, from your shoulder. This charred Kermit.
I forgot that we tried to burn him.
Yeah.
No, we did burn him.
Oh, we burned the real version.
You burnt the real version and it charred the...
I need to lay
ghost.
down. While you guys are doing this role play, I'm gonna.
Adrian kind of like, I think like they kind of lean their head like on Sin's shoulder, and kind of goes, "Well, there's. Admittedly, I don't want to say this, and I really hate to think about who it could possibly be, because I know it's gonna be one of the pieces of shit that we've met." Yeah. Thinking about what Strahd said, you know, like how he said we were more similar than I thought. You remember that, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you
That's
sure
the
we can
top-
still trust them?
Oh! Oh! Edric kind of just like, I don't know if that's exactly who it is, because I didn't hear Ellery say it, obviously, because I woke up right before she did, but... And they let out just like a long, like, upset sigh. They're like, I think... I don't really want to admit this, you know, admittedly, because he's a fucking piece of shit, but yeah. That's the possibility. That's the biggest possibility that I think it is.
Sin just kind of sort of like need to like put their hands on Edrin's shoulders and just kind of, you didn't know this, and even if you're his relative, you're still Adrian Markovich and your
Oh.
family.
Kermit is throwing in his 2 cents and says, "Okay, that's sweet and all, but can we trust them?"
Just replies to that by just ducking down and kissing Adrian's forehead.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
And from outside, Irina is like dragging her hands down her face finally and looking to you, Joan, and says, "Should we check up on them?"
No, they'll be fine.
Yeah, are you sure about that, Joan?
Are you
We all
sure?
burn sometimes.
Yeah, Adrian has a breakdown sometimes. That's normal.
Do you know what this is about?
Not really, no, but
Maybe.
we all got some unresolved shit going on.
That's true.
Well, maybe you can help them with the unresolved shit.
Sin's in there. I think they're handling it.
I'm sure they would
Okay.
appreciate the help.
On that note, like Adrian kind of like pats Sin like as a thank you, and then goes and opens the door, and then they're like, "I'm okay. I figured out some shit, and I
There you
want to
go.
die, but I'm
There
okay."
you go. There you go.
Hey guys, you wanna know what I figured out?
I
What
know.
did you find out?
Hey, here's the cool thing, and cool is an overstatement. So I saw my sister in, the dream thing that Piddlewick does, that happened to you, Joan. Hey, so
Congratulations.
yeah, it's not a good thing, but
Oh.
thank you. So yeah, I saw my sister, and so I was talking to her, and she told me I had an uncle. And I was telling her, I was like, hey, I didn't know we had an uncle. And she's like, wow, are you okay? And I'm like, no, who's our uncle? And then I woke up right before she was gonna say who it was. But I have an idea on who that might be. You want to hear who it is?
Go for it.
Irina looks hesitant.
Yeah, that's the right emotion you should be feeling, because I think my fucking uncle is the devil Strahd.
Ah, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
And that explains why he was targeting me specifically at the tower.
Oh shit.
And why he said that we were more similar than I thought. So, yep.
Irina is opening her arms to offer a hug to you, Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian accepts that hug very gratefully.
So she'll hold you close and kiss the top of your head.
Oh, Adrian's getting love.
I'm sorry that happened to you. I can't imagine even being related to that monster.
I mean, my sister's kind of a piece of shit, so, I'm not really that surprised. I mean, it sucks, obviously, because he's hunting us down constantly, and he's horrible, and I hate him, but also, like, my sister is oddly similar to him, so, I would not be that surprised.
Speaking of him, we still need to come up with a plan. And speaking of a plan, where is Woe?
I think she flew off of Atlas, but I don't know why she isn't here yet.
Hey, I got a quick question for you. Someone won't answer my DMs.
Oh.
Do scrolls of greater greater restoration exist?
Yes.
Cool. Is there a way that I could maybe possibly sneak my little happy ass over to where the Father Lucian is?
You are on the back of Atlas right now. So do you want to redirect them?
My question is, and this is one of the first things that I thought, but I've been trying to reach you and haven't. Which is fine because you're DMing and Strix. Sorry, my cat is tearing up something that she doesn't need to tear up. Let's see. Is there any possible way? Where is Ezek headed? Is he headed towards the chapel church thing or away from it?
It seemed like he was just heading to the town square, from what you saw.
Where's the place in relation to the town square?
The church is down the road from the town square.
So if you're in the town square, you can see the church.
Partially. It's a distance. It's down the road a distance.
I'm gonna park Atlas and really quickly slip through the front door and see if Father Lucian is.
Father Lucian is still there.
I'm gonna give it a little wave, sort of put my hood down, but also make sure like I can't be seen through any windows or anything, and be like, I have a request.
When you speak up, he turns to you and he starts beaming and says, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see me too. It's not great. Whatever. I'm on a time crunch right now, and I think that I'm wanted. I have a question for you. Do you have any scrolls of greater restoration?
I'm afraid I don't, my child.
Fuck.
Okay, that's great. Do you know anywhere that I could get a scroll of greater restoration?
What do you need it for?
You know how my friend recently departed from this plane. Well, not necessarily, but we ended up getting them back. But what we weren't told is that essentially there was something within them, and like she's like trying to rush through because she's like sort of looking around.
Mhm.
There was something within them that did not completely cleanse the soul, and I'm thinking that a greater restoration scroll would help us, and we cannot be coming back here. In fact, this was a complete accident. I'm not supposed to be here right now, and I'm actually very scared. So, could you help me out in any conceivable way at all, whatsoever?
Do you plan to stay in Velaki?
No, I actually plan as soon as I'm done with here to leave.
And you say you need a cleansing of the soul.
I need a cleansing of the soul, yes.
I can offer you some water blessed by the Morning Lord. But I think that's all I can offer.
Gods, okay. Is there anything that you maybe could see possibly working in place of a greater restoration? We tried not cure wounds. Oh my god, my brain is jumbled now.
Remove curse.
Remove curse, thank you. We tried remove curse. And that didn't work.
It's that bad?
It's that bad.
Oh dear.
I'm desperate. As per usual, but I'm desperate.
I love love.
I believe all you can do is pray to the Morning Lord and hope he helps. Until you find a greater restoration scroll.
Okay, alright. Thank you, Father Lucian. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. And I'm gonna go, and she's gonna go outside and try and sneak her way back on. Oh no, Elise. Is she still on?
Oh
She is not on Atlas.
no!
Where is Elise?
You can see her about 30 feet down the road heading back towards the toy shop.
No!
I am going to cast Longstrider on myself. And I'm gonna make my way and grab her, because I think it's double my speed. So
Yes.
grab her and then get her and then bring her back to Atlas and go back on Atlas. And all the while I put my hood back on.
Roll a stealth.
Oh no.
Oh,
no. I don't trust this dice. I need to get a new one. Okay, roll stealth. Stealth check or stealth safe? Please say safe.
Stealth check.
Oh wait, oh that's right. Sorry, that's not a saving throw. I was looking at strength, not stealth. I am panicking. Oh no.
What is it?
It's a 4.
no!
I can't believe Wall was fucking dead.
But want to know what the worst part is?
What's up?
Oh god.
Was it a crit one?
It's a crit 1.
No!
Rest in shit.
I will. I'm gonna take a picture of this and post this on Twitter with absolutely no context.
Alright.
Oh,
Whoa.
well, you've gotten into some deep shit.
You are running after Elise, who seems to be giggling, and you accidentally call out her name to get her attention. And when you do, you catch the attention of Ezek.
Oh
Well,
no!
It was nice knowing you.
And you hear him yell, "Seize them!"
Ah!
And that's where we'll stop.
Oh
Oh, I hate you, Syra. I hate you. I hate you.
thank you for watching Cursed Crit.
I wanna kill myself.
We hope you had a fun time.
Alex, who's your next D&D character gonna
I
be?
don't know. I guess I gotta start fucking dumpstatting.
Wow, I can't. Are we gonna have to do the same fucking thing to
Okay.
wow as we did this?
Thank you, guys. Well, at least no, we have a instead with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Rickton.
Rickton.
Yeah. So that's fine. Okay. Well,
Me
thank
too,
you
Tony.
guys so fucking much for listening in. I'm Alex. This is the Cursed Crew, and Syra's gonna die as soon as I hit stop recording. So
Yeah, of
have a
course.
good day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.